Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Quan. I'm here with the Week 2 recap for our Dirty South 5 Fox Sports Fantasy Football League. Okay, now, this is how it went down, the wins and the losses. Okay, Black Rain took out Rough Riders 81.4 to 77.3. The Gap took out the ATL Destroyers 55.7 to 55.6. They were actually the narrowest margin of victory, whereas the Gap beat the ATL Destroyers by 1/10 of a point. Okay, Irwin's team took out Kingstree Wildcats 96.1 to 90.4. Too Hot for TV. We took out the Duke Heavy Hitters 95.7 to 87.9. Okay, those mobsters from the Valley Mobsters, they took out the Delta Dogs 119.1 to 97.5. And the Uptown Scrippers took out the A-Town Jags 106.9 to 71.4. They actually had the scores that had the biggest margin of victory, whereas the A-Town Scrippers beat A-Town Jags by 35.5 points. Okay, now the standout players this week, as far as in fantasy land, are as follows. For the quarterbacks, Eli Manning, as everybody know, had a monster game. He had 32.2 points in our league, over 500 yards throwing, 3 touchdowns, etc., etc. But surprisingly enough, RG3 came out on top. Actually had 0.2 of a point more than Eli with 32.4. He only had 206 yards throwing and 1 touchdown, but he had 82 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. Remarkable. Now, for the wide receivers, we got 2 teammates, Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz. They came in 1 and 2. Hakeem came in at 25.9 points and Victor Cruz 23.9 points. Now, as far as the running backs, I know if you don't know by now, Reggie Bush, he decimated everybody this week with 31.7 points for running back. CJ Spiller, he came in second with 29 points, and even though he's third, I wouldn't have included him in the list, but as a rookie, he kind of came through with a, nice little day. Trent Richardson, 26.5. And as far as tight ends, Vernon Davis was up there, the one that I noticed who played with 19.3 points. Okay, so after it's all said and done, now after week 2, this is the standings in our league. Okay, so as I call out your team's name in the order, that's how you're ranked. Okay, so from first to last, this is how it is. Okay, with records of 2-0, we've got Valley Mobsters, Uptown Scrippers, Too Hot for TV, Black Rain, and the Gap. Okay, now the teams with the 1-1 record, we got the ATL Destroyers and Irwin's team. Now, at the bottom of the league with a record of 0-2, we've got the Kingstree Wildcats, Delta Dogs, Duke Heavy Hitters, A-Town Jags, and the Rough Riders. Okay, so that's the recap for week 2. I want you all to just go ahead and don't be discouraged, because I know Peyton Manning didn't do good, Aaron Rodgers didn't do good, but just because they don't do good this week doesn't mean they won't do good next week. Remember, get in there, do your research, and I will see you next week. Peace.